is just fantastic.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. On Twitter recently I noticed a document released, a 13-page court document from the United States District Court Southern District of Florida, the Miami Division, for Jane Doe, the plaintiff, versus Destiny. Now, everyone has opinions on this, and I'm going to go through this as best I can without appearing biased, because now it's actually down the legal route. I want to employ the innocence until proven guilty attitude, even though there is much in the online space, and I've covered it before, that is quite damning and would harm Destiny's future as a political commentator, right? Much of which I do believe to be true, but we're going to refrain regardless, because this is now in a ballpark I like to call the halls of injustice. But because it's not resolved yet, I can't declare a perspective. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to ride the fence on purpose. I'm trying to present this as is known, okay? I keenly await the middle-of-the-road fence-sitter comments. Thank you. So, to page 1, complaint. To the Honourable Court comes now plaintiff Jane Doe, by and through her undersigned counsel, and very respectfully states, alleges, and prays as follows. 1. Nature of action. 1. This action seeks to hold Destiny accountable for his unauthorized, intentional and unlawful disclosure and dissemination of intimate images and sexually explicit videos of Jane Doe, thereby causing Jane Doe extreme emotional and physical distress, depression, anxiety and harm to her personal and professional reputation. Jane Doe seeks injunctive relief, compensatory and punitive damages, attorney fees, and any other relief this Honourable Court deems just and proper as a result of Destiny's unlawful, extreme and outrageous conduct towards Jane Doe. 2. Plaintiff brings claims pursuant to inter alia, the Intimate Image Protection Act 15, there are other statutes referenced to as well, and I never remember what that weird symbol is, do forgive, and other Florida laws pertaining to the right of privacy, public disclosure of private facts, and the intentional infliction of emotional distress. 2. Jurisdiction and venue. 3. This court has subject matter jurisdiction pursuant to that because this action arises under the laws of the US, including that the Intimate Image Protection Act. Now this falls within the category of what we call revenge porn. I wanted to insert that because everyone's heard of that term. If you haven't, clearly you're new to the internet. 4. This court has supplemental jurisdiction over the plaintiff, Jane Doe's state law claims pursuant to that because they arise out of the same nucleus of operative fact as the federal claims. 5. Venue is proper in this judicial district pursuant to that because a substantial part of the events or omissions giving rise to the claim occurred within the district and defendant, Destiny, is subject to personal jurisdiction in this district. 3. Parties. 6. Plaintiff Jane Doe is a citizen of the United States and a resident of Miami-Dade County, Florida. Sorry, I'm not familiar with the DADE part. Plaintiff brings this complaint anonymously due to the intimate and sensitive nature of the materials which form the subject matter of the complaint. Destiny is also a citizen of the US and a resident of Miami Beach. I can tell you're a socialist from that. 4. Factual allegations. 8. Destiny is a live streamer and political commentator, and a master debater. He has over 840,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. He has a huge following on X, Kick, Reddit, and Discord. He has over 700,000 followers on his Twitch channel before he was banned from Twitch in 2022 due to hateful conduct. Wasn't that a hate boner thing with Hassan or something? Or was that the gender joke stuff? You know, I can never remember where people's bans, where the reality is. 9. The plaintiff, Jane Doe, known as Pixie, is also a live streamer, as well as an influencer. She has 15,000 followers on X and has 10,000 followers on Twitch. 10. Jane Doe began conversing with Destiny on the Discord platform when she was, approximately 19 years old, he 33. He looks a lot older. At that time, Jane Doe was a new streamer in the same niche as Destiny, i.e. politics. Approximately 2 years later, this is 11, on September the 12th, 2020, after multiple conversations about consent and boundaries, Jane Doe engaged in sexual relations with Destiny. Jane Doe was inexperienced and only had physical relations with one other person prior to Destiny. This was the only time Jane Doe and Destiny had sexual relations. Destiny recorded videos of this, titled The Videos. 12. Unbeknownst to Jane Doe at the time, on or around about the 4th of October 2022, Destiny disseminated through electronic means one of the videos to a 19-year-old woman using the stream name Rose. Rose was a random fan of Destiny's on his Discord platform and had reached out to him on Discord. Destiny had never met Rose. Despite knowing nothing about Rose and not even knowing her real name, Destiny intentionally shared the video with Rose without the knowledge of Jane Doe, aka Pixie. 13. On or about the 29th of November 2024, the video of Jane Doe that Destiny had shared with Rose was uploaded to a redacted website. I think some of us know where this redacted website is. The video was also shared on multiple other websites, including more redacted. The caption on the video, on the different platforms identifying both blank. Yeah, this found its way onto forums as well, by the way. No, don't go looking, by the way. It's incredibly disrespectful. 14. Shortly after the video was posted, various friends and random followers of Jane Doe inform her about the dissemination of the video. Some of the messages are very accusatory. She is shocked, humiliated, and mortified by the dissemination of the sexually explicit video. Understandably so. Again, there are laws about this, which is why this could well be a very dangerous area for someone like Destiny to be caught up in. If and when, I'm going to say both there, he is found guilty. 15. As of today's date, the video has been viewed on one particular website over 10,000 times. On another site 58,000 times. It is still on the site, but the site does not have a number tracker, so the number of views is unknown but estimated to be over tens of thousands. On blank, where there were over 10,000 views, but it had since been removed, so it has been removed from a place. I know there's one place where it will undoubtedly never be removed, because that forum is not known for removing content. 16. On the evening of the 29th of November, 2024, Jane Doe sends a message to Destiny expressing her horror that he shared the video of her. She asks him if he sent any additional videos to anyone. He admits his guilt, responding, quote, "Ugh, there shouldn't be no, I'm so sorry, there's literally no excuse. I had phone convos and stuff with this person, they were fairly close to me. It's worthless to say it at this point, but I'm super sorry, there's literally no excuse," end quote. Jane Doe then asks him to delete any and all videos that he has of her. Disclaimer for anyone watching. If you are no longer with somebody and have videos, intimate videos of that person, delete them. You do not keep them in some kind of bank. You also shouldn't record them without their knowledge. I'm only saying this as a disclaimer. Back to this. 17. The leak of the videos goes viral and is being discussed by thousands of followers of Destiny and Pixie on various platforms including YouTube, Discord, Reddit, Blank, and Twitter, and which is X. Is Blank meant to be Kiwi Farms? Or is that the hub? Plaintiff begins receiving hundreds of insulting and harassing messages. Many of the followers discussing the leaks on the different accounts falsely claiming that Jane Doe exchanged sex for professional growth and favours from Destiny. No offence intended to anyone, but if you're seeking out growth and you go to Destiny, you're doing it with a level of irony. 18. Jane Doe feels increasingly humiliated, mortified and depressed, and starts feeling... that word. I can't say it in a video, I'm not allowed. On or about December the 11th, 2024, she starts writing those kind of notes. Jane Doe messages Destiny and tells him she is just tired of living anymore. It's a matter of time until my family discovers what happened. I feel like the best thing for me to do is to, those words, and schedule a post just detailing my feelings on what happened to try and to ensure a situation like this does not happen again. Jane Doe then unfriends Destiny on Discord so that she cannot receive any messages from him. 19. On or about the 13th of December, Jane Doe meets with Destiny's close friend and business associate, Redacted. Jane Doe tells her about these thoughts, the unalive variety, and that she cannot bear the humiliation and harassment she is enduring, and that she wants to ensure Destiny never does this to her or anyone else ever again. Turner tells her she will talk to... Wait, that's Turner? That should have been redacted perhaps. Anyway, 20. On or about the 19th of December, Turner asks plaintiff if Destiny has communicated with her or added her back as a friend. It was confirmed to be negative. 21. Jane Doe continues to feel depressed and that word. The leak of the video is still a viral topic of conversation on multiple platforms. I should add some context here. Certain content concerning Destiny have been doing their rounds for a while. Adult content as well in other areas. The argument of being a cuck and other such discussions. has been going on for quite some time. When this happened, it just added fuel to a fire. I'm not justifying it, by the way. I'm really not. I'm just stating that this is one of those things that has been cropping up and building for a while because Destiny. On January the 20th, 2025, 2 videos on YouTube are posted by 2 different streamers discussing the quote Pixie leak. The videos include screenshots of private messages of Jane Doe discussing the situation with friends and claims that Jane Doe took hush money, only cares about money, and does not care about the other victims of Destiny. These videos have been viewed by thousands, including one that has been seen over 90,000 times. The majority of the posts by people assume that Destiny shared the video with consent and knowledge. That might be written slightly wrong. Assume that Bonnell shared the video with Bonnell's consent. Don't think that's right. 22. On or about January 20th, 2025, in desperation, plaintiff Pixie goes online and announces that Destiny shared the videos without her consent or knowledge, and that she will be seeking legal recourse. That same day, Destiny responds on various platforms including Reddit and Imgur, and falsely claims the video leak happened without my knowledge, consent or authorization. This claim directly contradicts his November 29, 2024 explicitly written admission to Jane Doe that he knowingly and intentionally shared the video with Rose without plaintiff Jane Doe's Pixie's consent. 23. On January the 20th, right after plaintiff announced publicly she would sue Destiny, one of his followers reached out to plaintiff and told her that Destiny had sent the video to her sister about 2 months earlier. The follower then informs plaintiff that she believes Destiny is still sending her sister sexually explicit videos of other women without their consent. 24. On January the 21st, aware of an impending lawsuit and potential criminal investigation, Destiny starts destroying evidence, including deleting messages between him and plaintiff. On the 23rd of January, Destiny receives a letter from plaintiff's counsel informing him of plaintiff's intent to sue and demanding he preserve all evidence. 25. On or about January 23rd, 2025, Destiny begins to publicly harass and defame plaintiff. He posts in his group chat called DGG with multiple people that Pixie is just after his money. 26. On or about the 23rd of January, Destiny also posts on his website and in his DGG chat that, quote, Pixie and the people behind her just want money, so there's no point in going after the hacker, he's probably some broke loser anyway, so they aren't even mentioning him, end quote. Over 1,000 people have potentially viewed this defamatory post. 27. Destiny's attempt to divert blame from himself and cast blame on an alleged hacker is directly contradicted by his own prior explicitly written message, admission even, to see plaintiff that he intentionally shared the videos and by his text messages with Rose in which he tells her about the video with the young girl that he will send her. 28. Destiny continues defaming and harassing Pixie plaintiff Jane Doe on his website. He implies that Jane Doe is trying to milk him and that she is not going after anybody else that might allegedly have been involved in the leak of the videos because she can't milk as much money out of that target. Potentially over 1,000 people have seen this post. 29. In or around the end of January 2025, approximately 15 women reached out to Jane Doe to tell her they had received sexually explicit images from Destiny of other women without the other women's consent. 3 of these women also tell Jane Doe that Destiny deleted their chat threads after the 23rd of January 2025. 30. Upon information and belief, multiple women, including Melina Gorison and Stacia, have recently come forward and publicly alleged that Destiny has released videos, without their consent, sexually explicit that is. Upon information and belief, these images were then posted on different adult websites without their consent. 31. A woman with the screen name Carrie recently found out that Destiny had secretly made an unauthorized audio recording of their sexual interaction, and then had distributed it to multiple people without her knowledge or consent. Destiny has retaliated against Carrie by publicly posting private messages during a time when she was suffering a mental health crisis. 32. On or about January 23rd, 2025, Destiny begins a smear campaign against Jane Doe, plaintiff, Pixie, and tells his followers that plaintiff is only interested in getting money from him. Over 1,000 of his followers could have seen this post. He also tells his followers that his only crime was being too much of a gooner. The word gooner, not supporter of Arsenal, is slang for someone who is deeply engaged in excessive adult X-rated content consumption, sometimes a compulsive or obsessive manner. How tragic. 33. On or about January 24th, another female political streamer talks about Destiny's sharing of the video. She informs her followers that Destiny had recorded a conversation with her without her knowledge or consent. She alleges that after their personal relationship deteriorated, he became publicly hostile towards her, and then later he posted to his followers that he has the recording and that he could publish it. Then on February the 9th, after posting a link to a clip of her talking about his sharing of the video, Destiny retaliated against her by posting private sexual text messages between them to his community chat group. 34. On or about January the 26th, 2025, Hannah Brooke, a follower of Destiny, contacted the plaintiff and informs her that even after the video was publicized on November 29th, 2024, Destiny offered to send the videos to her. A few days later, another follower posted Brooke's direct messages with Destiny. After the messages go public, Destiny deletes the messages with Brooke in an attempt to cover it up. I don't know how it works with certain chat logs, if it's on Twitter, whether it's possible to recall these. If it is possible, they're going to get used. If it's WhatsApp, I'm not entirely sure how they do that. If it's done on Discord, I'm also not entirely sure, but if they keep records, there's always a chance it could be used against Destiny. 35. Destiny has admitted that he disclosed the video to Rose, and there is evidence he also disclosed it to other people without the plaintiff's consent. The defendant could have and should have expected that the videos would then be publicly disclosed and disseminated to hundreds of thousands of people online, which is exactly what foreseeably occurred. 36. On January the 30th, Destiny admits he has been actively deleting evidence of his wrongdoing, specifically his messages with multiple women who have claimed that he shared sex videos with them without the participants' consent. 37. On or about February the 8th, 2025, Destiny posts on X that he agrees with another post that claims that plaintiff is extorting him. On the 9th, he makes another defamatory post on X, again telling his followers that Jane Doe plaintiff Pixie only cares about getting money from him. He also informs his followers that the video can still be seen on a particular website. The post has over 1 million views as of this date. 38. The videos disclosed by Destiny were of a private nature and were never intended for public distribution. Destiny's actions have caused plaintiff severe emotional distress, humiliation, and reputational harm. Pixie plaintiff Jane Doe's career as a political streamer has been adversely affected, and her aspirations of being elected to office have been greatly diminished. The next sections are part of the Intimate Protection Act and the Sexual Cyber Harassment statute anyway, or violation of Florida statute, which is sexual cyber harassment. In the count 1 violation of 15 USC 6851 revenge porn, essentially, you have 5 points centering mostly around the defendant, Destiny, knowingly and intentionally disclosing these sexually explicit videos without the plaintiff, Jane Doe, Pixie's knowledge or consent, and that this has, as a direct result, caused severe harm to the plaintiff. They are seeking damages in the amount of $150,000, including the attorney fees and costs, along with Destiny deleting the videos and barring him from any further disclosure of the videos. For the second count, which goes on for quite a while, the amount is significantly higher, punitive damages no less than $1 million. Along with seeking injunction relief, it is, as you can see on the screen, quite thorough. Count 3, intentional infliction of emotional distress. There is obviously punitive, compensatory damages and all that, no less than $1 million. Because in this they state that Destiny intentionally harassed, intentionally released, all of this done with malice, the figure is exceedingly high. Because of that. Count 4, invasion of privacy, public disclosure of private facts, and finishes with a prayer for relief, wherefore plaintiff respectfully requests judgment against Destiny as follows: for appropriate compensatory and or statutory damages in an amount to be determined at trial, for appropriate equitable and injunctive relief against Destiny, as allowed by law, for an award of punitive damages, for an award of reasonable attorney fees, and for such other and further relief to which plaintiff, Pixie, Jane Doe, may be entitled. They've also demanded for a jury trial. This is going hog. This is, this is going to be very tasty and interesting. Whether you believe Destiny or not, and the resounding opinion of the online space I've noticed is not, this should be very interesting. Because if Destiny is found guilty, his career is over. You cannot be on his side after this. You can't. If he's found not guilty, then there will be many questions raised about the nature of the justice system. right? Because those that do not believe in destiny are still going to be against him regardless. He poisoned the well with his own behaviour on social media, and that's not me blaming him here. This is me pointing out that in this very document it shows, quite clearly, states it, and I've used it in videos in fact, he has gone on the offence rather than doing this professionally because, let's face it here, half the time he is nothing more than one massive, quite short, but massive man-child, and you have to sometimes be above that. If you can't be above that and do things professionally, properly, especially when it comes to things like this, then you will only end up getting, well, in more trouble. I do have an opinion on this, of course I do. I've stated it in previous videos, but for this video we have to sometimes present what is known and hopefully leave it at that without delving too far into it, using this as a placeholder for what will be undoubtedly future videos on the subject. Hopefully you will have an opinion on what we've gone through so far, and you might well have paid attention to this on social media, so maybe you have a perspective. And of course I welcome all different opinions. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, you're wrong because Stone Cold says so. No, I want to hear it. I want to read it even, because I think it's right. This got brought into the public space before it got put through the legal system. The well was poisoned and it's unlikely to be, well, remedied. And no offence to Destiny, but I don't know why he chose that tactic first, because it was the worst one to go with.